I just made it public.
Oh, I thought I made it public.
It's public now.
Oh, did I not make it public? Oh.
I don't know.
Oops, I must have accidentally not did it. Oh well, well, you know what? For the two people here,
public.
Well, yeah, we could just shoot the shit for a little bit. Why not?
Freaking dumpster fire. That's what.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
That's why it's called the dumpster fire. We have
we've never been a disaster, and here's how I've always seen it. If we can at least start out bad and not blow it like the Saints did, we'll be absolutely fine.
Oh my God, that was the most. That was worse than the Jets.
It was predictable. It was so
Browns.
That was so predictable. Like once that PI happened, it's like, yeah, like Bucs are winning. It was such bullshit.
When they went up 16-3, and I tweeted what Bucs are ass or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I did it too. Like I did, like BK, have it your way. It's like more tolerable than the Bucs, which is true because the Bucs are just like they're a poorly coached mess. But
Todd Bowles was a failure in New York. He got ran out of town because he couldn't make Geno Smith good. And then now he's just messing up the Buccaneers, but they pulled the win out. So this is going to be completely masked by the fact that they pulled a bullshit win out.
And it's the second time this has happened. The Rams game earlier in the year where they just didn't give a shit on defense.
They're just being handed the freaking division.
Well, their division's a joke. And the sad part is they're going to get a home playoff game and probably end up beating the Cowboys because God hates us all.
Yeah, pretty much. Spartan win for 20. Says week 13 of the NFL is done and all the NFC East teams didn't lose. The Jets and the Lions are in the hunt for a playoff spot, and Geno Smith is getting more MVP votes than Russell Wilson, just as we predicted in the offseason. Yes. And then Joey follows up a 20 with a 50.
Bam. On the Jeebus. Boop. Hallelujah.
Hey, guys. It was awesome to catch the fourth quarter of my Cowboys on X Hamster.
The Colts are such fucking
great
ass.
Stadium bid 5. Hilarious Gettleman post-mortem treat. Yes. It was thank you. We appreciate the 50 bomb right there. Way to start the show off, boys. I don't know where Uche is. I sent him the link, but you know, sometimes Uche's in.
Sometimes he got to do what he does, man. He's a busy man.
Ow! Yes. But we have to present the tier maker. What do I do with it? Where to go?
It'll be here. I'll do this super chat by Justin Ziegler for 5 bones. In the meantime, Lol Cal of the Week is normally an athlete, Mark Ingram. I don't think it was him, really. That was more on Dennis Allen for putting him in when he was visibly injured, when you have a certain Alvin Kamara sitting on the bench.
Couldn't get out of bounds, dude.
And but I suggest that Ye earns it this week for praising Hitler. He pulled a March shot.
Yeah, Ye. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking meltdown. Like, you know what? I'm just tired of people defending him because he made one good album. Okay.
Well, that's how most people are. Like, it's about like you have the nostalgia.
I mean, he's mentally
Kanye
ill.
is bad shit. He's bad shit. And at the end of the day, it's
listen. Like, I'm not shitting on mentally ill people, but this guy is clearly not insane. Okay, he's mentally ill. It's different, and you just can't say that shit. Like, if you had that on tape from like some crazy guy, like that'd be all over the news, right?
Yeah.
Saying that he loved Hitler, right?
Yeah. The sad part is, how do you out crazy Alex Jones? Even Alex Jones was in there like, no. That's pretty much what it was. It was just like, how do you make that seem sane in comparison?
What? Mills Lane died.
Judge Mills Lane?
Judge
Mills Lane was... Yeah, Allie died. I didn't realize Judge Mills Lane died. I know he had a stroke a while ago, and he wasn't doing all right, but
it sucks.
I didn't know Judge Mills Lane died. Now let's get it on! I love that. You remember Celebrity Deathmatch? Dude.
Oh yeah,
that was the shit.
Yeah. He was the animated.
He was Judge Mills Lane, dude. That was amazing. That's how I know Judge Mills Lane.
Celebrity Deathmatch was amazing. Yeah, that was an amazing show. All right, we've got the tier maker. Did you want to read a couple more?
Yeah, I'll do. David R. The U.S. soccer team had a shot against the Netherlands, but it ended up getting Dutch ruddered. Well, they can't score. That's the problem. but the passing static. The only thing missing from those Eagles-Titans and Colts-Cowboys games was the Brassers logo. AFC South as a whole took an L. Well, that's pretty easy to do. I mean, speaking of the Titans, I think we may need to bring in Kevin Michael Von Magnum.
Yeah,
his GM just got fired.
Yeah, we'll get him at the end of the show. Of course.
And then Aaron Sherwood for 10 bones. The Russell Wilson trade has gone like someone betting their car on blackjack. You got a 20 to start, and it seemed like they can't lose, but then the dealer got 21 with 3 sevens, and now nothing to show it. At least Herschel Walker, that's your comparison. He wasn't terrible for the Vikings. He at least did okay. It was everything else around him that was the problem, and running back was the least their issues. With Russell Wilson, he is the issue, and you gave him a huge contract that you can't move.
Yes.
You suck.
Oh, here's a big one. Here comes the big one.
A hundo. Sorry.
This one's
2.
a great one.
Whoop, whoop. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus.
Yes. Praise the Jeebus. Praise the Jeebus. We got $100, everybody. Every time Jeebus.
Yeah.
Every time we get a hundo, Jeebus makes an appearance.
Exactly. It's Tom Grossi has 50 for the kitty. I have my cheap ripoff and Rebus for the Jeebus.
All right, internet's kind of jacked.
Yeah,
hold on. Let me turn this off real quick. Okay. What happened to it? What happened to the
Pardon? The Jeebus?
What happened to the $100?
Oh, I got it right here. Well, sometimes like I had that happen with StreamYard one time where it just like froze on me for some reason. Thoughts on John Heyman jumping the gun on the Aaron Judge announcement? Also, the Bears and Texans are eliminated. The Broncos, Rams, and Cardinals might be eliminated this week. Finally, who would go to jail first, Kanye or AB? The Mets got Justin. No. Ryan, you're talking about Arson Judge. He set the baseball world on fire.
Yeah. Arson Judge, apparently. That sounds like a cool name. Too bad arson is like a heinous crime, because like arson would be a cool name for a kid, right? So like, all right, arson. You know.
ARSEN? Maybe?
Yeah.
It sounds like it sounds Norwegian.
It does sound Norwegian. Arson. All right. Let's get some games out of the way. Thank you for the hundo bomb.
Definitely. Thank you, brother.
Bills and Patriots. Bills are a Super Bowl contender for sure.
Patriots are
football.
They are still dealing with Matt Patricia and Joe Judge on offense, and it was just a game where it just existed. The Bills at least could prove that they could mold their offense to suit towards different defensive schemes. Like the Patriots weren't giving them anything. They were just forcing them. It's like, okay, take Tink and dunk with the short ball, beat us there. And to Buffalo's credit, they did it. But at the same time, the Patriots are definitely in hell.
The turntables have flipped. Have they not?
Like the only benefit for New England is dick riding Tom Brady. Like that's all they have.
Yeah. They can just be like, oh, Tom Brady.
Pretty much. That's all Twitter was last night.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so. It was a mix of like the dick riders and the Tom Brady is so lucky crowd, right? It was just like, oh, this is such bullshit.
I wouldn't
rigged.
I mean, could you really argue that? Because it took nearly everything for the Saints to fuck that up, and they did.
And they did. They did. They didn't look like they wanted to win the game at the end there. Yeah. They looked like they just gave up.
Maybe they were brought by Philadelphia to tank the game because they have their top pick.
Dalton did make a perfect throw to Taysom Hill, and
why are you throwing to Taysom Hill?
And then it was perfectly defended, though. What's his name?
But it's still Taysom Hill. Like you throw to Chris Olave in that situation.
Yeah, he had it though. He had it.
I mean, that was a dime. You got to catch that.
Packers and the Bears. Aaron Rodgers still owns the Chicago Bears. He does it again.
They are in the football hell.
Yep, and they're both on the short bus.
No, the Bears are on the tank bowl. They're tank bowling.
Bears are tanking.
They are tanking that shit.
Yeah, no Justin Fields. No fucking.
Well, Fields is still playing. I don't know if he's going to. They might shut him down. And if that happens, I hope they do, because guess who's coming in for the Chicago Bears? That's right. Nathan Peterman.
Yes.
That's why I want him back.
Yes.
Trevor Simeon's on season-ending IR. We got Nathan Peterman. That's why I want him. I want to see that man cook.
I want to see Peter Meme throw 7 interceptions in one game. 7 interceptions.
They'll have Khalil Herbert and David Montgomery run the rock most of the time.
Who is the quarterback if Peterman gets hurt?
Tim Boyle. He's the practice squad guy.
A guy who's named after a skin contusion.
I thought he was the punter for the Packers for the longest time. That's how little I heard of him. I know he played for the Lions for like a game or two, and he did not look good.
All right, let's do one more game before we go. Oh, Steelers Falcons. Steelers have won.
We've won 2 in a row, and that's more because Atlanta couldn't capitalize on their misfortunes.
You're now 5-7.
So we are 7. The Steelers are probably going to bullshit their way to 500. Think about it. Your next opponent is Baltimore. They're not going to have Lamar Jackson. They are terrible on offense. Their defense is pretty hit or miss most of the time. Week 7 is Carolina, and they're a hot mess.
Yeah.
You could legitimately only score 16 points in each of those games and win.
Shit, even if you split them, you're 6-8. Like you're in good position
to get over 500.
Yeah.
And that's going to be bullshit because you're going to have the Tomlin Dick Riders go out.
But if you hit, how much is Yinzer Town going to go crazy if you guys get to 500?
I think most of us are going to be pissed because we realize this team isn't good.
But okay, say you pull out a close one with Baltimore and then you blow out the Panthers, then will the false hope be consumed?
Oh, the false hope has always been consumed, sir. It just lies dormant.
It comes out with a few steel reserves.
It's down in the Mon Valley. It's being held.
What's the Iron City? Yeah,
Iron City. And then we have the Raiders on the 24th, which I'll probably be streaming because it's a night game. I usually do the primetime games. Very winnable. And then you have the Ravens again and the Browns. You could potentially run the table. The bullshit is real. We're going to the Super Bowl.
All right, so we're gonna put the Steelers in the Super Bowl.
It is football hell. It is such football hell.
Falcons, are they tanking or are they in football hell?
They're in football hell because they should be they're a bad team, but if they had other things go their way, they would be like 9-2, 10-1.
Every game, Arthur Smith is beside himself on the sideline. Every game, he's just like, "What is this bullshit call?"
He's like the disappointed parent that comes home after you wreck the family car. It's like,
but he can't kill you, right? Like he's just like, "Oh gosh."
It's like, Marcus, you're grounded. Go to your room.
Yeah.
That's what he is. He just has that stern, disappointing look where it's like, you fucked up, and you're just gonna be like. But you're like that. That's Arthur Smith.
No, I think at this point he's just like, just do whatever, and he just grabs a beer and he's like, "Fuck you." I see you. Black Flags Matter. What's up, Darian?
What's up, Darian?
McVay can't turn him around. Nobody can. Jamesy. He's talking about Baker. All right, which super chat did you drop off?
We are on Crew Kid 52. Hey guys, I went to the Giants game this Sunday. I have to say that the tie was one of the most unfulfilling things I've ever had to experience. All I can say is that at least the Giants didn't lose.
See, the thing is, like, the Giants did not win that game.
I don't think either team really won.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm stating the obvious, but like they could have lost and they could have won, but it was stupid. It was, I don't know. I would say the Giants lost that game more, you know what I mean, than the Commanders tie. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, at the same time, it's both teams have their flaws. You're pretty much the same team. Suspect quarterback, although I would give the Giants the advantage there. Running and receiving game are relatively swapped. Injured offensive lines, your defenses are carrying your weight. And I think that's what you kind of saw. You saw two evenly matched teams.
I mean, the Giants, if Feliciano doesn't do the taunting penalty, they had a first down on the 35. They would have run it 3 times. They would have kicked a field goal and been up 10 with 5 minutes left. They would have won the game. They would have won the game. but they fucked up. Fucked up big time.
That's how it usually happens, man.
Scott Carter, hey Tree, do Saints win the injury bowl so far?
Ooh, they're a top contender, but I would also give
Broncos.
nominations: Broncos, Chargers, Giants, Rams. Those would be my 5 nominees right now.
Yeah, the Giants have so much trouble fielding a healthy lineup. Like for them to tie, Dable's coaching his ass off. Marco Monroe, all hail the Hypno Toad. 2014 has been vindicated. TCU is going to the CFP. If the Big 12 title was the price to pay, so be it. Uche, we will avenge you. Riff Ram Bazoo, lickety lickety, Zuzu, who wah wah, who give them hell, TCU. Wow, that's a word.
I half expected the CFP just to say fuck it to TCU and give it to Ohio State or Alabama.
Yeah, well,
I really did.
Yeah, Alabama. Saban did bring up a good point. He's like, if you match us with any of these teams here, who would be the favorite? And he was right.
Probably be Alabama.
Alabama would be favored against TCU. Alabama would be favored in a game against Michigan, and Alabama would be favored against TCU or Ohio State for sure. Yeah. Maybe not Michigan. Tucker White, microcosm of this NFL season. Coach after coach after coach can't clock and crunch time. Let Jaguar Gator 9 do a dub decisions on something, not clock. Yeah,
there has to be a situation where they're not paying attention to the clock or they have too many other things going on. Because I'm sitting there like, what are you doing?
Remember they used to hire clock management consultants?
Well, I think they actually have that in Denver.
Yeah, well, that doesn't seem to matter.
Well, the problem is I feel like most coaches try to consolidate too much power and they don't delegate. And I think that's what's causing a lot of these issues.
Yeah. Chaka Pacheco. The NFL is putting Russ on Nickelodeon because what he cooks up on Sundays looks like it came out of the chum bucket. Dude, Russ it took over that fucked up looking food account. And that's what and he's just cooking in his own he's his own sous chef now.
Chef Russ has become Typhoid Mary.
Yeah,
spreading disease across the NFL landscape.
Jets and the Vikings. The Vikings started out crushing, and then the Jets came back, and Mike motherfucking White couldn't get it done.
Bad in the red zone. They were 1-6. 1 for 6.
The Jets still possibly a playoff team.
Yeah. They are currently a playoff team right now. So, yes, they are a wild card. They are still 1 game above because the Chargers lost and the Patriots lost.
The Vikings are like the fakest Super Bowl contender. Like, I want to see the Vikings win when it's like a tough. Well, they beat the Bills, dude.
Quite frankly,
kind of gifted that game.
They remind me of the Seahawks a couple years ago. Remember when every game they played was a massive heart attack and they could never give their fans a break? This is what that
they got all the way to the Super Bowl.
I mean, they're a quality. Not that year. It was just like 2020.
Oh,
they lost to the Rams that year, but they were just like they were cardiac. And this is what the Vikings feel like to me, although it's a lot better than it was last year when they just lost a bunch of games that they should have won.
Well, Zimmerman.
Well, it's Zimmer, yeah, true. But still, it's still like I need to see more. I like what they have, but their defense is Cousins has flashes, but he's Their O-line's kind of
Yeah. Jaguars and the Lions. Don't look now.
Lions just
Lions.
They piked.
Are playing football.
4 or 5.
They are biting people's kneecaps. They are only 2 games under 500, and they are playing some pretty decent football. And what do we put them? Football hell still.
They're football hell still, but at the same time, this is the progress they need.
They're trending
progress they need because you're showing flashes on offense with Jared Goff, who's not your long-term starter. You have nice long-term pieces in maybe DeAndre Swift. Amon-Ra St. Brown looks pretty good. Your defense is starting. It's starting to form into its own. It's no longer a complete liability. So Jacksonville's football hell.
Okay, they're not tanking yet.
No, I don't think
they're not in contention is the problem.
No. If they lost to Baltimore, it would be tank bowl, but it's they're not ready.
Yeah, they haven't turned on tank bowl mode yet. Read some supers.
Will
starting
do, sir.
At Ziegler, I think.
Yes.
Justin
Ziegler. What would you do if you were the Saints? Myself, blow it up. $60 million already over the cap. No answer. QB. Terrible head coach and aging roster. Doesn't help that Philly owns your first-round pick. Well, you're paying for the sins of all those playoff pushes last year. This is the inevitable decline, which, I mean, you haven't been the same since Breeze retired. It just hasn't, because 2021 was lost due to injury, and this year you're starting to see you're not a good team. And it's not the quarterback position. That's the problem. Andy Dalton's been doing relatively well. The problem is you're injury-prone, you're aging, you have big holes throughout your roster, and Dennis Allen is kind of a moron.
Yeah, he's not a good coach. He was bad.
The
Raiders. Whoa! What?
Excuse me.
Whoa!
I was sneezing.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Sabian K. I've been smoking hopium. Vegas could win out. No.
Not with McDaniels, but their offense is strong though.
That pipe down. Injured to shit.
It's pretty on brand for the Raiders to fuck up their own tank. Remember those rumors they were going after CJ Stroud and getting rid of Derek Carr?
Could
not anymore,
happen.
you ain't.
Yeah.
Darth Soldier just realized that the G in Jimmy G stands for glass.
He's been hurt, man. But why? How are you going to clown Jimmy G? He got the job because Trey Lance is glass too. So
now we got Brock Purdy, who's hopefully made of tempered glass instead of regular glass. The Luis Salea. Arson Judge gang to the Super Bowl. Quick thoughts on MLB free agency this week. I have to ask you about this. How do you feel about Verlander?
I mean, I was shocked at the AAV for the contract. It was 2 years for $86 million for the end of his career.
Winner, you gotta pay, man. You gotta pay.
Yeah, but like Cohen let DeGrom walk because he didn't want to give him a 5th year. And I guess he's trying to hedge his bets. I mean, Cohen's a smart businessman. He wasn't going to give DeGrom that much money for that long. I think what it just basically says is we've got to win a World Series in the next 2 years, or this is not worth nothing.
And the other big move, Trey Turner to Philadelphia. So
I like
replacing
that move.
Gene Segura with Bryson Stott, and then Trey Turner, he adds another big bat.
Yeah,
with solid defense.
Yeah, it was smart. It was a good move. Trey Turner's an all-star. He's familiar with the NL East, of course, former Nat. And,
World Series champion.
Yeah, World Series champion. So unfortunately, I like the move because Philly wants to go all in. They still have a rough bullpen, though.
Yeah, give it time. Give it time. The other move is I actually like this one. Josh Bell to the Cleveland.
Yeah, it was a great move, too.
It's a solid first baseman, good power bat.
Yeah. I think the thing is like Naylor, he's a good like clubhouse guy.
He's like a DH. He's a DH.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm saying like you need more bats in the lineup. Like, I mean, clearly the timely hitting only works until you run out of at bat.
Yeah. You have some pieces though. I mean, Jose Ramirez, he's a guy you can build around. You do have Ned Rosario. You have,
Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez, who looks really good, could be a centerpiece as well. Stephen Kwan, the new age leadoff hitter, is kind of like a unicorn in this day and age.
My God,
and then you got Josh Bell to that. You might be a contender.
Yeah, you just might
if things pair right, especially with that pitching.
Yep. All right, keep her going.
Yes, sir.
One more.
Incheon DM begging the Vikings for one crushing victory. If all we got is close victories, I'll take it. Don't get me wrong, but by God, my heart. As I said, 2020 Seahawks. It's what they are.
Yeah. All right, the Eagles absolutely crushed the Titans. So bad, in fact, that they fire their GM for trading A.J. Brown.
It gave them a whooping.
Yeah.
Whooping.
Eagles are obviously,
They are def Super Bowl contenders. Nice tabs, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I hate about a Mac is like you just do this.
Yeah, it goes down.
Like, pop up and then you're like, oh, okay, I gotta do this. Anyways, Eagles Super Bowl contender. Titans are
their division. Their division because their division's trash.
Yeah, they're kind of sus ass.
Yeah,
Browns, Texans, Browns fans all need to take a shower after this.
Deshaun Watson didn't even do well. They won because of defense and punt return.
Special teams and defense.
And that's more on the Texans for being terrible.
Yeah, 12 for 22, 131 yards, 1 INT. Really nothing spectacular out of Watson.
He was rusty and inaccurate. I mean, you kind of expect that because, he hasn't played in almost 2 years.
Still better than Baker Mayfield.
Baker showed flashes.
Would you rather have Baker Mayfield as if you're the Cleveland Browns right now, would you rather
is this in a vacuum or are we dealing with injuries and rust?
I'm saying right now, today, who would you rather have, Baker Mayfield or Deshaun Watson?
If we take all the elements out of it, it'd be Deshaun.
Of course.
Because if we're going in a vacuum, Deshaun's more talented than Baker.
In a vacuum, it was the right move. But
unfortunately, from the optics and contract and everything else standpoint, I don't know if that's worth it because Jacoby Brissett was actually doing well.
Yeah. You still would take Watson over Brissett.
Oh, yeah, but as I said, Brissett's been doing well, so quarterback has not been their issue. Their issue is Joe Woods, its defense, and stuff like that.
Peanut Gallery is saying Baker.
Maybe. I mean, he has the meme power.
I love y'all. Texans fucking suck dick.
They are cooking with.
Can I say that, or is that anti-gay? If I say that a team sucks dick, is that anti-gay?
I don't know. Maybe there's some gay players on the Texans, so it kind of works out.
Yeah, maybe they do. I think they literally suck dick. I think they're just like, oh, let me inhale this cock while we play football, because that's what it looks like when they're playing. It just looks like a fuckery of all kinds. All right, Commanders, Giants. See, I can't even say. So if you say something gay, is that anti-gay?
I don't know. It's modern politics. You can't say anything anymore.
Okay, yeah.
To be completely honest with you.
So wait. So is saying the word gay now becoming like the N-word? Like only that class can say it? Like
I don't know. I thought that was like with saying fag, I guess, but now I'm.
No. You can't say that ever. Now it's just done. That word's.
Yeah, that's so 2008.
Yeah, you have to say the F word. Now I'm like, which F word?
Yep.
Fanta? When did Fanta become so upset?
Frigate.
Frigate. Fago. That's soda.
Yeah. We're talking about the soda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have. It's all right. I've just become a juggalo. I have nothing but Fago in my freezer.
Yeah. And 4 Locos. Commanders v. the Giants.
I'll let you take this one, man.
Fucking tie. The Giants had so many chances to put the game away, to not only offensively, but defensively. They had a 4th and 4. They made Heineke scramble, and he hits Dotson down the field. He throws a floater that just came up there. Our defense was banged up. We had a practice squad cornerback out there, or safety, and he was absolutely deplorable. Forget what his name is. Like, if the Giants were just healthy, they win this game easily. But unfortunately, they're not. And the Commanders are going to get a bye, and they're going to get healthy, and they're going to do this again in 2 weeks. And it kind of sucks for the Giants. They really needed to win that game. They're still a playoff team right now, but who knows? And the Commanders are a playoff team too.
Yeah, we're both playoff team, and we just got another hundo, by the way.
Oh my goodness!
Gotta do a few Jeebus. Boop, boop. Praise Jeebus. Hallelujah.
Rebus for the Jeebus.
Dan Snyder, Dean Spanos, Jimmy Haslam, Virginia McCaskey. You 4 all have one thing in common: sell the team.
Kanye West, Marge Shot.
Oh, dude, Marge Shot.
Who else said? What other owner said some? Harold Ballard.
Ballard could say anything he wanted.
Bill Wirtz.
Dollar Bill.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm thinking of who got canceled.
Donald Sterling.
Yeah, Donald Sterling. Marge Shot, Kanye West. Who else do we put?
Robert Sarver. Robert Sarver.
Yeah, put them on the Mount Rushmore of fucking racist pieces of shit.
George. Oh, we got to go with the OG, George Preston Marshall.
Oh yeah. No, who was the announcer that made those the GM for the Dodgers that said that racist shit?
Oh, Tommy Lasorda.
No, not
No.
Laporta.
Oh, no. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of his name. He was talking about black players because it's like it was just like shoot, Ernie Campanella. Is that it?
Campese? Ernie Campese? Dodgers DM racist. Hold on. Al Campanis.
Tom Campanis.
Al Campanis.
That's who I'm thinking
and
of.
He was live on the air.
Yes, he was on CBS.
Yeah. Like you would get freaking dragged for that now. Like literally they would come arrest you and like beat you live on air.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Fucking
You'd be like that fucker at the LGBT club. Like they would just beat you with high heels and just like beat the shit out of you until you were brain conscious. That's what they do to you now.
That's what they would do. Mm-hmm.
Jimmy the Greek, that's another one. Yep.
Jimmy the Greek did say some racist stuff on air.
Yep. Then he got taken off his gig, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he did. He got fired. And he never returned. And he was like the handicapper when gambling was illegal. Like he would handicap the NFL even though you weren't allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Fucking look at the league now.
Dude, Jimmy the Greek is smiling from above now.
Yes. Ravens Broncos, the ugliest game ever. Ravens are in football hell. I don't know what they're doing.
They're probably in wild card.
Actually, no, they're actually division. Oh, what am I talking about?
I mean, it's either Ravens or Bengals.
The Bengals are going to take that over. You're right.
Yeah.
Bengals are hot right now, and the Ravens, even though they won, that felt like a loss.
You lost Lamar potentially for a week. Your offense has been bad for 2 weeks running.
Yeah. Bad.
Like Greg Roman should take that job at Stanford because, quite frankly, I think his days are numbered.
Yeah. He's the scapegoat.
Yeah. I mean, I think Harbaugh's past his expiration date there too, but they keep winning. So
Broncos are fucking trash.
They're the trashiest of trash.
Garbage. Hold on. I need to make another tier. Add let's do this. Let's like Russell Wilson's cooking, and then just the fucking Broncos. Like they're just shit.
I had this team winning the division at the beginning of the year. And the thing is, like with their defense, they should be leading the division.
They should be. And
they're the 77 Falcons reincarnated.
They couldn't score in a brothel. They're so bad. So bad. All right, one more game.
I could score more at a fucking club than Denver Bronco could. It's bad. It is bad.
I would throw the challenge flag on that.
I don't know, man. I mean, get somebody like.
You ever look at yourself and you're just like, "Holy shit, I look like shit."
Oh, dude, I do that every day.
That's what I was saying. No, the other day I was trying to film a video and I was just like, I look terrible. I can't.
Yeah, like I tried, like take a picture of myself. It's like, dear God, I feel like the camera's gonna self-die.
And it's not like I looked good when I was young either. It's not like
you got girls though, man. You got girls.
Well, I was charming, but like you just I don't know, whatever. 49ers and Dolphins.
Ooh. 49ers, big cock Purdy.
Wild card or division for them, even though
their division right now because Seattle
their stock is dropping.
Yeah. But hey, don't talk about big cock Brock like that.
Yeah, good old Purdy mouth. You sure do got a Purdy mouth. Dolphins lose this game though, or they drop down to division instead of
they're wild card because Buffalo's number one seed.
Wow.
So it's like Miami. I feel like it's just a loss because like they got stymied by the Niners defense. They do this to a lot of people. They've always had a strong defense.
Yeah,
but at the same time, they're inconsistent. They need to improve defensively. They haven't reached their potential there. And if you shut down the offense, unfortunately, they don't really have much to go on. And the Niners put out the blueprint on how to stop the Miami Dolphins, which is make Tua flummoxed and make mistakes.
Yep. Gave him a blueprint. What was the last snooper?
Last super. We are at Scott Carter. Yes. Hey, Tree, are the Saints the front runners for this year's Injury Bowl? I mean,
No.
as I said, I think they're like nominees. I wouldn't put them as the front runner, though. My front runners would be Denver or the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Red Rhino 49, and it skipped on me. God damn it. I hate when it does.
Dude, those poor kids having to watch. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Those poor kids having to watch the Broncos offense on Nick. There probably won't be any slime, TD. They're going to have to put so many graphics. Yeah. They're going to have to go deep into their bag. They're going to have like Chef Russ like cooking like a roast beast or something. Like it's going to be awful.
Well, it's going to be Krusty Krab versus the Chum Bucket. It's like
I wish
Russell Wilson is at the Krusty Krab and Baker Mayfield's the Chum Bucket. And you both release shit that nobody likes.
I do kind of love NFL games on Nickelodeon. It is tight until they get the annoying kids out there, and then you're just like,
well, you have to get the kids out for Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I know it is Nickelodeon. They should just have an Adult Swim version of the NFL.
So you just want to do that because you want to be on the fucking TV. I know how this is.
I just want animations and fucking cool anime graphics over an NFL game without the kids involved. Like, just call it what it is. Just make it infotainment, you know? Just make it like a genjutsu, like a combine Dragon Ball Z and fucking NFL. Yes. NFL on Adult Swim. Or just make it all SpongeBob. I can handle that.
SpongeBob could work. I mean, although I wouldn't mind seeing a Joe Burrow versus Patrick Mahomes Super Saiyan fight.
That would be dope. They should have a NFL manga, you know, like just a manga broadcast. Vulgar. Then we got the Manning cast. Vulgar Night 297. Clickbait Power Rankings 1 Scooter 2-5 3 Tree 4 Grossi 5 Perna. We all saw this coming. You read Tiger.
Yep, Tiger 89. I was at the Pens Blues game this past Saturday. Hats off to Kapanen for the Hattie, but the whole Bennington Grice sequence was just hysterical. Do you see what happened here? Because Bennington just clotheslined Jason Zucker when he was rolling behind the net. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Bennington's been known for this. Like, he is a bit of he's the Ron Hextall of the modern times.
Kind of a bit.
Like, he just starts punching people. It's like, what are you doing, brother?
Shit, too. Like the Rangers.
He had a bad start. Yeah. I mean, the Blues are kind of weird. Like, they lost like 10 in a row, and then they win like 7 of 8. It's like a very streaky team. Very streaky.
Jonah Bell, I know this is a couple weeks late, but the Lions beat you 5. Oh, look at this late talk.
Well, I mean, dude, that's
$4.99 for 2 weeks.
This is what discourse is, man. When you win, you talk your shit. When you lose, you have to hear people talk your shit.
Jonah was like, as soon as I get paid, I'm going on the dumpster fire.
Dude, it's crabs in a bucket mentality, dude. Whenever you try to step out, they pull you right back in.
Yep. Hopefully, his mom didn't give him more than $600, so she doesn't have to report it on the fucking IRS.
Oh, you're going to get punished in clickbait.
Dude, you sell a couch for $700, you have to report that shit to the IRS.
Oh, dude, if you do freelance stuff, they'll have to report it to the IRS.
Yeah. This is fucking bullshit.
I'm said once again, did you really think they were hiring those 87,000 people to go after the wealthy? Come on, you're wrong, dude. The wealthy have their ways of hiding their money or using it for offset. They're going after you and me. This is how it's always been and how it always will be.
Rich people do not pay taxes.
Well, rich people run the game. They make the rules.
Yeah. If you run the game, why would you not put the sliders all the way to easy? Okay.
Exactly. Like, you're not doing this for charity. You don't want to help your fellow man. You want to keep your station of power. Yeah. It's the first rule. And the problem is we'd be doing the same damn thing if we were real.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'd be like, you know what?
I'll never be like Right.
I'm making my money.
I'll never be like one of those people, you know, they're like, if I'm at wealthy, I would do it different. I would share my wealth. I would I would shit on all of y'all.
No, what I would do if I were super rich, I'd be having fuck you money. I'd be saying whatever the hell I want. Why do you think Ye's out here praising Hitler? Because he has nothing to lose. He's got fuck you money.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, he's just, what are they gonna do? Take his money? Yeah, whatever. Okay.
I mean, they might freeze his assets, but
he can literally say anything. Yeah, what can you do? Freeze someone's assets for saying some word?
I've seen it happen at other places before, but it's
he's done nothing.
I don't think we're that bad.
Not illegal to say you like Hitler.
Well, it's First Amendment. You can't no government persecution.
We're demonetized.
He can say whatever he wants. I don't agree with it, but he has to be able to say it.
No matter how stupid you say, like, you have the freedom to be stupid. and that's what's going to end this country.
Well,
Shane Macaroni. Nathaniel Hackett, after he gets fired, should consider taking Joe's spot on Impractical Jokers.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's Belichick.
This season has been one elaborate practical joke for Nathaniel Hackett. He is just trolling everyone.
I think he stopped giving a shit and had no idea what to do by week 3.
I think he's a plant. Like, he's just a plant. Connor Akers, call him the Denver Bronx because of the horrible offense. Yeah, no O's. And Baron Von Noom, hi from Holland. Sorry, my homies kicked your team out of the World Cup. Haha. Also, my commies got away with the tie. If they make the wild card, it's one and done. Same with the Giants. The Giants, if they make the playoffs, they're trash level.
I mean, honestly, the Giants do need to do some work this offseason. I think they can do it.
They can,
but at the same time, it's a solid season for you.
Would you rather, right? If they win 9-10 games, would you rather want to improve a 10-win team or have to improve a 4-win team? Like,
exactly,
10-win team is right there.
Well,
it's right there.
You've been trying to improve a 4-win team for the last 5 years.
Yeah, this feels good. Failure. Yeah, I mean, they didn't lose the game. They didn't. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Seahawks do what they got to do. They beat the god awful fucking Rams. Seahawks are wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Contention.
Yes,
contention, because we got a lot of contenders in here. And the Rams are fucking Russell Wilson.
They are Russell Wilson. They checked out. They are
beef jerky
bad.
that was treated in piss. Because that's how good of cooking the LA Rams are. They are shit. They are shit. Mm-hmm. Raiders, Chargers. The Chargers, what the fuck, dude?
They are the Chargers have a whole mess of issues right now, and they're forcing Justin Herbert to play God, and they are transforming him into the next Phillip Rivers so fast it's not even funny.
He is just—he's
the only thing making them relevant.
Why do they never win the games they're supposed to, though? Like they just. If I'm a Chargers fan, I'm just like, all right, they lost to the Jaguars. They barely beat the Browns. Like, they were in it against the Chiefs.
They barely beat the Broncos.
Yeah. And, like,
and the problem is they got Miami next week.
They got no quality wins. Okay, they barely beat the Cardinals, right? Like, that's a team.
It's the Cardinals. They suck.
Staley, to me, is just he's fired. He was hired too early.
Well, the thing with Staley is you hired him to be a defensive savant, and his defenses are terrible.
Shit.
That is the most damning aspect.
Yeah,
and it leads me to believe that he got carried by Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
I think he'll need like more chances to develop, but at the same time, it's just he ain't ready. And they're going to go hard for a guy like Sean Payton or somebody to unlock that offense and have trouble on defense for the same reason. And I think if I remember correctly, Staley was a Dean Spanos hire.
Oh.
Which says a lot.
Fuck you, Spanos. All right. The Bengals own the Chiefs.
Bengals played a solid game. Chiefs kind of pissed it away. Random fumble by Travis Kelce, which is strange.
Yes, that was weird. He got stripped. He got stripped down like he was being arraigned in the jail cell. Like he was just he got stripped down, and they looked in his butthole and they found the football. They're like, oh, it's up there. Where the Bengals are probably division now, right?
They're division, yes.
Yeah. Division. And the Chiefs are a Super Bowl. Even though with the loss, like they're still a Super Bowl.
And that's a quality loss. There's not much you can do about that.
Beat them in January.
Like the thing with the Chiefs last year, they got cocky, and that's why they lost. But at the same time, I mean, they've had hard-fought losses against Buffalo, Kansas, and Cincinnati, and then they had that random loss against Indy. Like their biggest blemish is the Indy loss.
Yeah. All right.
But otherwise, I think they're in decent shape.
Let's bang out a bunch of supers.
Bang, bang. Definitely bang, bang, bang. Let's go. Isaac Foote. I have a hockey rule change to run by you guys. To make shorthanded goals mean more, I say they end a minor penalty and take 1 minute each off majors.
I like the product now. The product of hockey is good, especially since they put in the triangle. Like I hate I hate it, the trapezoid, but they got rid of the weak side lock, and so the game is much smoother now. That would be cool though. I think a safety should be worth like 8 points because it happens so rarely. So rarely.
What should happen is every time there's a personal foul taunting penalty, Clay Matthews should be forced to be paid $50,000.
No, I think every time there's a taunting penalty, the if it's the home team, the crowd gets to decide whether they put him in a guillotine right then and there. And they're just like, okay, they're like, thumbs up. Should we spare his life or not?
No, that should be for the officiating crews.
Yeah,
taunting. I mean, most of them are lawyers. Nobody's gonna miss them.
Taunting. Point of emphasis. Talk about irony. Yeah.
Sorry.
What's up, Nick?
Kenny Pickett is still my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? I mean, people. Oh, the Pirates have the #1 pick. Pirates won the lottery. We're going to the Super Bowl. Yes.
Oh, big signing out of San Francisco. Outfielder. Outfielder with a multi-year deal. Mitch Haniger.
I actually wanted Mitch Haniger for the Pirates. Oh, well.
He's a good
pickup. I thought it was going to be Arson. Arson Judge.
Maybe that's what Aaron, what's his name, John Heyman heard. They were like, "Hey, Giants are signing a big name outfielder today," and it was Mitch Haniger. Fucking piece of shit.
Yep.
John Heyman, the sauce boss, baby. All right, keep reading.
Yes, sir. We'll keep going here. I wanted to do some shit posting about the Pirates going to the Super Bowl. Inshon DM, also, can we formally say that the Aints are back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say so. They're very back. Crew Kid 52 is an addendum to my last one. This was the first time I saw Terry McLaurin in person. Holy shit, that dude is fucking good.
He's really good.
He's
good. He's good. He's going to be
good.
trouble for the Giants in the NFC East for a long time. I wish he was a Giant.
Mm-hmm. I do too. God's butt monkey. This week's random NFL player from the past. Linebacker Kurt Gouveia. Well, it was a 90s player, wasn't he? Was he a Charger?
Yeah. Just name any random player. I will go Gus Frerotte.
Gus Frerotte. Not a bad name. I'm going to go with Olandis Gary.
Ooh.
The Denver Broncos. Yep, Kurt Gouveia was a Charger. He was a Charger from 96 to 98, a Redskin from 86 to 94, so Super Bowl champion 2-time. He was an Eagle 95, a Redskin in 99, and then a Las Vegas Outlaw for his final stop at the old XFL in 2001.
Nice.
Let's go then. Golden Hybrid 3. Tree, what if you did another city that sold its soul, but for LA? The Dodgers, Lakers, and Rams all kind of did.
Yeah, but if you get the ring, like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
It's worth it.
And that would be it's not enough. I feel like if you have to go the Rams, it's just like you're banged up and you stop caring. That's not really a story. The Lakers are more like they're just name chasing. So it's like, yeah.
I mean, LA's had it good. They got the Kings win a championship in
they
2014. Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. And then, the Dodgers in 2020, the Lakers, they won the pandemic games.
Yeah. The Dodgers won it too. And then the Rams, they pretty much bought a championship.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Good. If you're an LA, little snotty nose LA kid, like you've watched all four, you've seen it in your lifetime, and that's special.
Unfortunately, give it 5 years, they're still going to say we've been suffering for so long. Lakers fans said that in 2020.
I would say that Lakers, I would say that Lakers championship kind of asterisk.
Yeah, but the problem is, if you say that, they say you're a casual. But
they'll fucking they'll get angry.
Yeah, good, because I mean,
get angry.
That whole pandemic, it was weird though. It felt like something out of Running Man.
Yeah, whatever.
It's bullshit. Dodgers Zion for 5, 11-1 in Gator Bowl time. I've hated Notre Dame as long as I've watched college sports. Turn my swag on with 3 cocks. God, I hope you beat Notre Dame.
Yeah, please beat Notre Dame. Fuck Notre Dame. Nothing.
Christopher Brickner. Whatever. I mean, dude, fuck the Catholics.
Aren't you Catholic?
No, I'm actually. I was born Catholic, but I'm not Catholic.
Oh, like a lot of Catholics.
Yeah.
Anyways, keep going.
Pretty much. Christopher Brickner. The Texans are so bad you don't need an offense to win. Just ask the Browns.
Oh.
Kyle Allen is the tank commander of tank commanders.
He is the tank commander.
Connor Akers, which Dan is worse, Snyder or Schneider? Ooh.
Oh, isn't Schneider a creep? That
he's a pedophile, like foot fetish, and apparently there's a rumor that he impregnated Jamie Lynn Spears.
What a piece of shit.
Yes,
Dan Snyder. Well, Dan Snyder has multiple sexual harassment suits against him. So who knows?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Smooth Criminal 12. For the second time in 5 years, the Bruins throw a coach under the bus only for it to somehow work out in their favor. Boys Club all the way. Maybe. I mean, Jim Montgomery was solid until he had to deal with the alcohol issues. So I think they did make a good hire there. I mean, but although I will say this, you better get Pasternak paid or else he's gone. The Simpsons since 90. Jim Irsay's lousy band and his collection of guitars and stuff will be near me in San Francisco this Saturday. Too bad a decent Colts team isn't in that collection. Can someone please explain to me why the Colts keep getting put on primetime games?
I don't know, man. They're
having it again like this in like week 14, I think.
They were hanging with the Cowboys, and then it was what, 19 to
21 to 19, and I'm like,
and then it was God. 54 to 19.
Because I was sitting there like, how are you lighting the Colts in this game? This team sucks. And then guess what happened? They suck. Christopher Brickner, hat 1 out of 2 for the World Cup. Clickbait punishment should be to watch and review United Passions, a FIFA finance film about FIFA that is just FIFA propaganda. It portrays former President Sepp Blatter, the man who gave Qatar a cup, as a crusader against corruption. It is one of the worst films ever made. I've heard about it. I have never seen it, though.
I've heard about it.
It's hilarious. The concept's hilarious.
I made a mistake on the last time. I think when we flew out to vacation, I watched some Chinese movie that was about some train station, and it was just pure Chinese propaganda. Like it's 2 hours of it. And I was too invested in it to find out what happened. And I was just like, oh God. I just realized I got sucked into.
Yeah, the secret is it was built on Uyghur slave labor.
Like if you ever there's this one YouTuber who's like really he points out the flaws of the capitalist system, which is fine. Like capitalism is flawed, but then you realize you're listening to a communist just fucking shit on capitalism.
And the problem is
wait a minute,
I can't take it seriously because you're on a platform that was built by capitalism.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. But I mean, to each his own. I mean, if he makes the money, he makes the bread, you know what? I mean, capitalism does have flaws. I will say that.
Oh yeah, no. His channel was real. I mean, he made a really good point. Like credit scores are really inherently racist. You know, like they're able to suppress. Like it's a way to put numbers on people and to keep the people that you don't want having credit. But at the same time, it's like, well, I don't know, just improve the system as it is.
And the problem is they're never going to do that. There's too much money involved.
No, just like we said, the rich. Why would you?
Why would you change the game against?
Why would you change the game? You run the game.
Yeah,
you run the game.
And that's how you have to realize it. People think we have a choice with both parties. We don't.
Is 1% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Republicans are rich people that care about the rich. Democrats are rich people that pretend to care about the poor. That's how I've always seen it. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, that's how the game's played. Mm-hmm. And we are instantly demonetized.
Oh, are we already demonetized?
Oh, we've probably been demonetized. I'm just saying that randomly because we're talking random, cynical George. I forget his name. Shit. Not George Orwell. Jesus. I'm losing my mind.
Read some more soup.
George Carlin,
yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking like we're doing that cynical. Zerthos 16. I'm a Commanders fan. I don't know how to feel about this tie. Oh, well, I'm just ready to go to my first NFL game in Sunday night, Commanders versus Giants.
Ooh, I wanted to go to that game, but like it's awful. Like a night game at FedEx, you get out of there at like 1 a.m. And then for me, the stadium's 3 hours away from my house, or it's it's like 2.5 hours away. So you get out at 1 and then you have to drive 2.5 hours to get home. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's not worth it for you, man. Jerry Mejias, I'm not looking forward against Dallas on Christmas Eve. I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, Dallas looks unfortunately solid.
They look very good.
I hope they lose in the first round so we can see Scooter Magruder mauled on a certain clickbait. Oh, that was all. I mean, I ran into him
Johnny Barks
because he was talking all that shit last year.
Johnny Barks is licking his chops. He's like, I'm gonna clip this and edit this up so good. I'm gonna cook this fool.
Oh, dude, he's like, Blazing Star 25. Hey, 5, do you think the Giants should draft a quarterback? Sign someone or stick with Jones next year?
I think that they will re-sign Barkley. They'll give him his money. They'll give him a 3-year deal. Barkley will want a 4th, but they'll give him 3 with an option, possibly. And then they'll franchise Jones and just punt for 1 more year. Jones is not bad. Okay.
He's okay.
Look who he's throwing to. Like Darius Slayton is his number 1, and Darius Slayton leads the league in drops or leads the league in drop percentage. So like you can't really look at Jones objectively when he's throwing to garbage.
I feel like they're going to try and upgrade, though. I feel like they're going to gun for somebody like Lamar in the offseason.
Okay, I would take
the question is like, he's a starting caliber quarterback, but he's the kind of guy, do you really think you can go far with him? That's the question.
I don't know. Somehow Dable and Shane get Josh Allen to New York.
Maybe. Could happen.
Somehow. Yeah. No,
it's
I don't know. I don't know what happens there. I think that you just franchise Jones for 1 year, and then you just kind of kick the can, and especially if they make the playoffs. That would be interesting.
AAA. Dear Arthur Smith, turn off coward mode and enter Ritter season. It's time. Mariota has not been doing that terribly. Like he's been
not good,
but he's not awful.
Yes.
So I think they'll probably bring in Ritter if there's nothing to lose. I think they'll do that.
There is something to lose if you bring in Ritter. Ritter's not going to be good. Ritter's going to be is he a rookie or a second year?
He's rookie.
Rookie. He's going to be trash. Okay, just leave him alone. All right.
I mean, it varies though. People get impatient.
Yeah, but I guess the thing is with like Mariota, like he's at his ceiling of development. Like at least with Ritter, he's at the bottom. He's like a creative player. Like he might be able to add some value there.
He could be anything. He could even be a Marcus Mariota.
Yeah. Rand Gav 248 football manga Ice Shield 21, but with the NFL fun. Okay. Nick Kovac, good freelancers know how to save for taxes, as most business owners do. I have my bank take 15% of any deposit automatically and put it in savings. Yeah,
smart call. I stash whatever I can in savings.
Oh my gosh! Last year,
tax time. I cried come tax time.
Oh my gosh!
I cried. My quarterlies, I just sit and cry.
Yeah, I had to call my doctor. I was like, "Is anal bleeding like normal?" And he's like, "Oh, it's tax season." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, it's they get the probe, and then every year they just the probe gets bigger and bigger and bigger and longer and longer and longer, and they just like
go. And we're the people that the IRS goes after, right? Because like the middle class always gets fucked, like
easily.
Like as James.
Why do you think the middle class get declines?
Yeah, as James Baldwin said, it's very expensive to be poor. Like they just make it hard to get ahead in this country.
Crabs in a bucket mentality, man. Crabs in a bucket. Look at us. We're starting to turn left wing.
I know. I'm becoming a communist in front of your eyes.
Oh, we're becoming we're going to seize the means of production.
First, I said credit scores are racist. And then
now we're talking about seizing the means, and then we're going to create our own utopia where it's the same damn thing, but we're the ones in power. God bless America. Green Draco 313. Tree, which Washington win was more impressive? 2021 over the 11-0 Steelers or 2022 over the 8-0 Eagles? I would probably say 2022. The Steelers in 2020 were showing a lot of cracks by the end of that.
They were cracking.
Against Baltimore, they looked bad. Against Dallas, they looked bad. Like there were a couple other games where it's like this team isn't that good, and then they imploded, and I mauled in a stream. Yeah. Dan Young for 10. I have an idea for Scooter's next punishment. Have him make another presentation. But the topic should be about how the Cowboys are not America's team or dem boys while wearing an Eagles jersey.
Nah, he'll veto that.
Yeah.
He'll veto that shit. We got to get him good. We got to get him. We're going to get Scooter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll find a way. As I said, we got to bide our time. Wait until they lose in the playoffs, then we pounce. That's how we do it.
We'll get him.
Rangov 248. Does it scare anyone else that if the season ended today, all the NFL teams from the NFC East would make the playoffs? I don't think so. I think Washington would be out.
I'd be very happy with that because then we've taken so much shit being the most shit division and all of the shit. It's just pure shit. Now we're the best division in football. And I don't want people to say my team is ass when we have to play in the NFC East. Okay? And the Eagles are probably going to kick our ass. Anyways.
I know I got one more here. Nick Kovac talking with Johnny Barks. Both him and I both got 12-hour Twitter bans yesterday. Elon is out for the clickbait gang. F's in the chat for Nick and Johnny Barks. I
remember I was like, how do you get banned on Twitter? And then I posted some meme on Instagram. I got banned for 2 weeks. It was somebody with their it was like a severed hand, like as a joke. It was like me waving to someone who was waving to the person behind me. Something like that. And I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I was like, there's nothing racist about this. And then I got banned for like 10 days because it was a severed hand. I was like, what? You don't understand context. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. Green Draco, who is locale of the week, easily the Saints. Yeah. It's easily them. Joey Overstreet, our old friend who predicted 11-5. Hey, y'all, when I said the Broncos would go 12-5, well, I bet 5 wins and 12 losses. Also, 5 points. Falcons Field is a great stadium.
Joey's back.
Oh, coming back to pay them taxes.
Yep.
I mean, at the same time, I thought Denver was going to do well, too, so I can't really do it. This isn't 11-5. It's not that.
Mm-hmm.
Diego, the political system divides this country over the handful of issues that keep us from talking about the real issues. The tax system is rigged. I mean, it's not rigged. It's very it's overly complex and out of date. And remember, the colonists, they rebelled over like a 3-cent tax.
That's why we are here as a country. Okay? Because we didn't want taxes. Now we've become just like labor unions and whatever. We've become the enemy that we fought to destroy.
If you told the colonists you'd be paying 33% tax as a worker and about 50% tax as a small business owner, they would shoot you on sight.
Yep. They would be angry. They'd be like, why did we go through all this?
Yeah, it's like, where are the T-boats? We got to pull them out.
Yep.
Jeremy, he has 5. To be fair, we suck against the Giants in MetLife.
Yeah, usually last year you did well when Joe Judge was calling sneaks on 3rd down. On his own one. Remember that? All right. We got 2 more games that we need to place, and then we can bring in the peanut gallery and call it a night. Colts and the Cowboys. The Cowboys, are they a Super Bowl? Let's put them at wild card for now, just because they can't win the division because the Eagles are there, but the Cowboys could be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Colts are football. They're tank bowling. The Colts are.
Yeah, they are hardcore tanking.
And then last night, the most rigged game in all of football, the Buccaneers and the Saints.
I mean, there's going to be, I feel like if there's ever a time where the NFL, like, they're alleged of, nudging games in a certain direction or trying to keep things competitive, I will not be surprised. I'm not going to say it's outright rigged, but it's just like this doesn't feel real. You don't blow 13-point leads in 5 minutes when you have them dead to rights for the entire.
There's 3 minutes, I think, left in the game when
they scored the first touchdown.
Yeah, and then they got.
Once I saw that pass interference penalty, like I knew it's like fucking hell, they're gonna.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, this is how it goes. It's always with Brady. It's just like the same shit. Same damn shit.
And what's funny, in the Giants game in overtime, there was a deep ball where Slayton got held and they didn't call it. I was like, okay.
Of course they don't.
I was like, if that was Tom Brady, that's getting called.
I mean, to be fair, that was blatant PI, but Brady missed his throw. I mean, here's the thing. Like, Evans had to correct, and he made a good job of it. Would it have been a catch? I don't know. Maybe. I think it might have been, but the corner had no help. Like, they had one-on-one coverage. They had nobody back. And then it's like, of course he has to hold them. It's just like, that's a penalty.
Are the Saints in football hell?
They are trash. Put them fucking trash.
Yeah.
They are terrible.
Yeah.
They don't even have their first-round pick.
Yeah.
Which is worse because it's your friends in Philly that have it.
Yeah. Philly's gonna get richer. I hope.
And the problem is they're going to trade down with a quarterback hungry team. I know exactly what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's add Kevin in. The Panthers are trash, and
Cardinals they trash.
Cardinals are trash. Hey, what's up, Dodge? Kevin, you fired your GM. What do you feel? How do you feel about that?
Whoa, let Dodger speak because her team won. Remember? Or do you want to speak, Dodger?
I mean,
she wants to talk shit.
Yeah, Dodge don't talk shit.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just sitting here doing my best Jeremy Clarkson because it's time for the smug face.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Can you get some ice cream?
I'm also feeling a little cocky because Gator Bowl,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna hopefully kick the shit out of Notre Dame, and I'm looking forward to it.
Do it, please.
I was gonna do like my whole monologue and say like, oh, if something like that happened, and Dodge's gonna sit there just eating ice cream and just like, cool. But anyway,
sitting there with my Ben and Jerry's, yeah.
That's how it goes. But yeah,
I just don't get the timing. I don't get why.
I would think they would. I would think they would, wait until the off season and wait until they get eliminated from the playoffs. But I guess at this point, they wanted to make this right. But I guess at this point, at this juncture, it had to be done because if you look at the recent success, recent years after the AFC Championship run, they've fucking failed on a lot of their picks in the first 3 rounds. Isaiah Wilson, Caleb Farley. I have a lot of other things. Like, if they had, to me, if they had given a certain receiver a certain contract, actually attempted to give him a contract, this whole thing wouldn't be, this whole problem wouldn't have materialized. And I know what you're thinking. They should have paid AJ Brown. Actually, no. I'm talking about Corey Davis. If they had paid Corey Davis, they wouldn't have needed to trade a second and a fourth to get Julio Jones. They would have used that second. They wouldn't have wasted the pick again for Caleb Farley, and would use that this year's second for I think a cornerback. But I digress.
The thing is like if you're gonna fire him, though, it actually does make sense to fire him now because you want him to do all the things like leading up to the draft. If you're not sold on your GM, you need to get rid of him as soon as possible because you don't want him to make any more moves any longer. You need to get his ass out of there. You need to start preparing for the next draft, and that's why. That's probably why they just got rid of him.
Yeah.
Is he here?
That's a good question.
There he is. I think. No, not yet.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm
okay.
here.
There's America.
I've been here.
The voice of America, everybody.
What do you feel about your current team owner, Aaron Rodgers?
I'm sorry. What about Aaron Rodgers? Sieg Heil?
Oh no!
What? Oh, we're demonetized.
That's right.
No.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Oh no!
I'm gonna tell you what. I'll issue a challenge to Aaron Rodgers right now. You don't ever do the fucking Sieg Heil in Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois of America ever again without a bullet in the back of your head from it.
Oh man!
Ever again?
Now we're getting threats.
Ever again?
Wow. Was he doing the Sieg Heil or was it just like a? Thing?
Like he did a salute, but then he let his arm hang out a little too long.
Okay. So you're
and if you notice his haircut,
it.
Did you notice his haircut this week?
What was it?
Where it's all cropped up nice and tight, like a good old goose stepper.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure he meant to do that.
Ugh.
He's doing the '90s bit.
I don't think there's anything '90s about that.
What, the high end where it's
yeah, but he has that
around?
little. It has the little off to the side thing, like a certain furious person.
I know who you're talking about.
Oh, he's doing.
To say that. We're not allowed to speak his name.
No.
It's a
The only thing that
clown.
was missing was the little nose hair stash.
We've been canceled for a long time. Detroit fans,
You've been canceled.
Lions can make the playoff if they beat every team they play. Oh, well, usually winning out from week
That's so easy.
13 on. Yeah, that's all I got to do. Flambeau 1, 2, 3. Same thing with the PI called against Kevin King in the NFC Championship game. Brady airmailed it, the pass. Yep, and they still called PI. I remember that.
God, yeah.
Carlos Correa to the Brewers. What?
What? Correa to the Brewers.
Brewers?
Correa.
The Brew Crew, huh?
Brewers. I love the
The
winter meetings.
Brewers? The
They give
Brewers.
I
him
thought
a
they
long
were shedding
deal.
payroll.
Mhm.
I guess they were
This
saying
is a hot
payroll for
stove.
this particular move.
Is this real yet?
Yeah.
No, it's not a confirmed report.
Yeah. I saw
Shedding.
Bellinger to the Cubs. Taiwan Walker to the Phillies.
Bellinger
though.
did go to the Cubs.
Yep. Taiwan Walker to the
Arson-
Phillies. So bye-bye to your old pitcher.
Judge. Oh, well, Taiwan Walker wasn't all that great. But
Yeah.
they're going to Zach Wheeler him now. He's going to fucking pitch well and come back and haunt us.
Well,
Fuck
the
you,
problem
Phillies.
with Wheeler was he couldn't stay healthy. That was
Fuck
his
you,
problem.
Phillies. You all suck. Uh-huh. All right, we made it to the end of the show. Do you guys have anything you want to say?
Yes.
You guys got one further demonetize this channel?
Oh, we've been demonetized
All
for like 15 years straight.
Oh, we're gonna get you
Yeah.
deleted. I'll see if I can
Okay,
get you
so-
deleted in one go.
Okay, Kanye.
So
Do what you got to do.
Friday night, I am going to have holiday Jackbox, Christmas themed Jackbox, and we're going to go all night.
Jackbox.
It's going to be a long
Nice.
stream. So Friday night is my next stream, and it'll be a Jackbox Christmas party. So make sure your phones are charged. We're going to have a lot of fun.
There you go.
Unfortunately, I cannot make that. I'm sorry.
F.
I'm going.
Might
out of
be able to
town.
make it.
Okay. Sorry.
Ooh,
F in
okay,
the
Tree.
Tree, what you got coming out?
Well, I got Sports Bowl tomorrow and probably going to try and get a Carolina Panthers vid out, mostly on David Tepper and his errors in ownership.
I've got a
boy.
video on the highest draft picked by position in the NFL. Did you know that a cornerback or a safety has never gone number 1 overall in the draft? Not
I don't
once.
think safeties really go that high. I
No.
can't really think of many
Oh,
safeties in
there's
the top
one.
10.
Oh,
Like
there's one.
corners would go higher than safeties because even when
Mhm.
a corner slows down in his later career, he can convert to safety.
Yeah.
Who
Okuda, I
knows
think,
who
was
the
the highest.
Yes, Okuda is the highest. Who's the highest tight end ever taken?
Is it Jake Butt?
No.
Hawkinson.
No.
Kyle Brady.
Tune in and find out.
It's absolutely
Alrighty
Butt.
then.
All right, I'll tell you in
it's-
the green room afterwards. I don't want to give it away. All right. I will see you guys.
Oh,
Well, wait.
I had one last piece of news to share with you.
What's that?
Oh, no.
I have discovered the Packers' new fight song. Are you ready?
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Auf die Bleib Andrew.
Oh my god.
Test.
All right. Go.
America.